Pilot's got a new suit, but standard engagement protocol remains.
A challenge beneath Chinatown. Fine, Nigma. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selena's life depends on it.
I hear there's some nutcase going around, nailing people to walls. It's the back! Ish!
Well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, Detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come. A trial so elegantly simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, Detective. You know, Dark Knight, on balance, I don't think you're going to figure this out. Stuck on a puzzle, I find it helps to... You know, it's never come up. Oh dear, Dark Knight. You don't stand a remote chance of solving this one.
It might help if I used the remote Batmobile controls.
This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill. You flipped the car? Perhaps I am in need of a more worthy nemesis. upside down? Oh, thank you, Dark Knight. I thought I'd seen everything. Everything. The wheels on the Batmobile go round and round, Dark Knight, and they do it while touching the ground. Well, you figured it out. Or blundered your way to victory. Time to help Catwoman with her key. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, Detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me. One of them won't. Great. I can do this.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence, I'm afraid you're going to need it.
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Just this once, I've lowered the count on Catwoman's collar by 2 digits to account for Batman's earlier success. I could have simply started the count on 8, but, well, 9 lives? I couldn't resist. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. Catwoman, this evening is not about you. Wait, Batman. Wait for Batman. Well done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting. Orphanage.
What's with all the rain? Suddenly things went a little too
still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
There's big smoke coming off the Cauldron fire station. Looks like it's been attacked. Over. I sure hope the bat died in that explosion. Blueface and Penguin ain't the only ones in on this. How do you know? I know. I hear things. There's a bunch of them getting a piece of the action. They're all meeting in Gotham tonight. Yeah, I fought Batman once. Broke my arm in 3 places. But the way I see it, lightning ain't gonna strike the same place twice.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
It's unlike you to get caught. Was it an ambush? Blackmail? A trap?
He invited me.
What?
He said he had a job.
A job?
Of the cat burgling variety. I'm pretty good at it, remember? Not all of us scamper around on rooftops at night because we want to help people, you big brooding Boy Scout. Now where's my key?
Do you do a lot of work for Riddler?
Only when you're not looking.
Selina.
Someone wants something stolen? I'm the one who steals it. You know how this works. Or did you think you'd reformed me? Well, are you going into the room or what?
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless. Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Catwoman. Batman, you're lagging behind. Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant?
Smash it!
Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
Another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? First, the key. Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
You still haven't apologized.
For what?
For Eddie treating me like a white hat. Like one of your sidekicks. You know, half the crooks in Gotham think I feed you info.
You do.
Well, yeah, when there's something in it for me. They think I'm doing it on principle.
Sorry for making criminals think less of you.
Hey, have I ever hurt anyone? I'm not one of the bad guys, Batman. I'm freelance.
You should pick a side, Selina.
Your side should pay better. Nice work so far, big guy. Just don't screw up the next part. Look, Batman, I enjoy a smoldering stare as much as the next girl, but maybe you should be working on Eddie's glorified obstacle courses.
Hey.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Ask her out or what?
You're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul, are you? Come on, it's been months. Even the worms that ate her corpse have probably forgotten about it by now.
I saw him taking out from the station.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. Oh, you incompetent boy racer. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop? Very good, Dark Knight! Again! Oh, Dark Knight, that looked like it hurt. Did it? Have you noticed, Batman? The walls of inevitability are closing in. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. Careful, Detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. I can see it, Detective. You're miscalculating corners, swerving through straights. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Which cabinet, kitty cat?
Kitty cat.
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
He's gonna get us! No chance. He's on our tail! Outrun that thing! Come on, lose it! Oh, crap! He's coming out! Run! Get away from him!
Riddler, talk while you still can.
I'll tell you everything I know!
It'll do.
Jeez, he's coming after us! Floor it!
Road's blocked. Turn around.
Get after it! You're going down, Batman! You hear about Ivy? She's barely back in Gotham before Batman locks her up. Control, Falcon 5. Riot in progress. Kingston District. I'm imagining. I gotta be imagining it. Who'd chain a body to a wall? You gotta hand it to Scarecrow. He's given us the keys to the whole city. Arkham Knight? I never heard of him. And I was in Arkham City. Let's go see the blown up factory. Come on. Best Halloween ever. Let's go to the department store and loot some costumes. I think Riddler's gonna kill Batman and Catwoman tonight. Maybe he really is a genius.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. To this one. That's 2 down, Detective. Do be careful of the death trap en route to the next one. Death trap. The only mammals capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live on undeserved praise. Detective, you are literally as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. The next key awaits you.
He awaits you.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Which cabinet, kitty?
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. This is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
The killer is mutilating and posing as victims and then putting them on display.
He left opera music playing at the crime scene. He wants them to be found.
Abducting people and mutilating their bodies. I'm going to find this killer, Alfred.
I think his penchant for opera is a clue, sir.
They said there was an army out there. They really meant it.
Oh, the dead. Few people can kill 2 League assassins. I should set up a crime scene. Injuries consistent with slashing blows from a long, sharp blade. Like her own sword. Same injury pattern, different uniform. They were fighting each other. A third sword, dropped in a hurry. Blood type doesn't match the other bodies. Someone got away. Whoever got away was injured, badly. I should search the other rooftops, try and pick up her trail. Found it. This should lead me to some answers.
Batman, while you and Scarecrow were amusing yourselves by blowing up a chemical factory, I, your one true nemesis, had more brain cell bursting riddles constructed within Gotham. True nemesis, your one true nemesis. You see, turn your back for a moment, and I poof.
Alfred, the assassins appear to be fighting one another. I'm following a survivor's trail.
Civil war amongst the League? How is that possible? Ra's al Ghul is not known for restraint when it comes to punishing dissent.
His body went missing after Arkham City. I thought the League had revived him.
But perhaps not. Sir, if the League has a new leader, or leaders...
They could be even more dangerous than Ra's.
There's definitely some kind of creature flying around out there. Come in, Control. We have rioters on Miyakani Island. Falcon 5 out. No way is Batman working with Scarecrow. No way! Where'd you hear that? I was born to kill people like you! Control, we have a militia explosive deployed near Grand Avenue. Falcon 3 out. Man, I can't believe how quick they got everyone out of the city. We should make this a regular thing. Well, did any of you see where she went? I barely saw her come. What was this idiot thinking anyway? You seeing it? It's the bat! Can you believe it? I was at Blackgate, the Asylum, Arkham City. Never seen Batman. Not once. Just lucky, I guess. Backing off. It's an identifies to every cop. They're gonna wish they'd left with the others. Where's Harley anyway? She just vanished after Arkham City shut down. Leroy said he saw one of the bodies. Looks like it's been crucified. Yeah, knowing Leroy.
'There he is! Run him down!
drive straight through a wall like it weren't even there.
Fine, Gotham belongs to the right people. No way we're giving it back. Evacuate? Screw that. Scarecrow don't scare me.
So Ace Chemicals blew up? But I don't see any giant clouds of fear gas. Maybe it's a metaphor. You know, like, the fear toxin was in our hearts all along. That's beautiful, man. Whatever else happens tonight, guys, I want you to know this was the best Halloween ever. They're moving her around. No one knows where she is. So what? We under occupation now? It's not right. Oh, you think we should have evacuated? Nah. Nah, I ain't afraid of Scarecrow. If he was really scary, he wouldn't need fear gas, right?
Oh dear, Detective. Did you lose your way on the journey to the orphanage? It hasn't moved, Dark Knight, I can assure you. Concentrate very hard. And like a dog returning to its owner, I'm sure you'll find your way back.
I'm telling you, we should split. What happens if the Bat decides to break all our limbs? In case you forgot, we just trashed the emergency room. Dan's planning something big. Why else would he team up with Penguin?
Unit control, we're tracking rioters in the north of Miyagani. Falcon 5 out.
The Bat's kicking the crap out of him! Kill him!
Talk! Don't make me crack your skull and look for the answers inside. I'll talk! The right choice.
Here he is! Get up!
Say goodnight, Batman. We're gonna mess you up. This is gonna hurt, Bat.
So, Riddler bagged the cat, did he? Oh, we'll regret pissing her off. That's some serious hardware. That must have cost a bundle. When you're talking about killing Batman, people reach deep into their pockets. Trust me. Remember, if you see Batman, shout and charge him. Never fails. The Bat's not gonna like an impersonator. Should be interesting when those two meet. You're telling me. I want to see that. Man, Scarecrow's a real buzzkill. He should put something funny on or something. If you ask me, it could be any one of those whack jobs the Bat banged up in Arkham. I mean, who doesn't want Batman dead? Look at this. Bombs on the streets, guns on the buildings. What is...
The trail leads through the duct into Elliott Memorial Hospital. I'll have to...
Well, I ain't never seen him take on someone like the Arkham Knight. This guy is in a different league. He's got enough tanks, I know that much. This place feels like a frickin' war.
One of the missing fire crew is being held near Grand Avenue Station. I'm going to get him back.
Plan your attack, sir. Multiple sentry gun placements have been detected.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Celine is waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
This is more like it. Gotham went to sleep after Joker died.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting. So when you're done modeling the new suit, shall we find out what's behind door number 2? Come on, Batman. This collar isn't coming off by itself. Unless it explodes. I've been stuck here for hours, Batman. Let's see what he wants.
Greetings to my costumed contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. Move over, would you? Hey, don't shove.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities. There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line. All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank you. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
So Joker dies, takes half the crime in Gotham with him, and I don't hear from you for months. What's that about?
I've been busy.
Look, I know you two were close, but you've got to get back out there. Meet new maniacs. You can't mourn him forever.
He left some loose ends behind. Selina, where were you last Friday, between midnight and 1 a.m.?
Giving blood. No, wait. Volunteering. Why?
There was a break-in at the Museum of Gotham. A valuable gemstone was stolen.
What? No. Who could do such a thing?
Just put it back.
Look, if it was you stuck here and I happened to pass by one of Eddie's courses, I would definitely head inside. Shouldn't you be back out in the city helping me?
Great news, Bats. I was just hanging out in hell, you know, 'cause you killed me and sent me there, and you'll never guess who I saw. That's right, your dead girlfriend, Talia al Ghul. Now, don't worry, I asked, and she's totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the old scratching post. She also says, ow, ow, is this a bullet in my sternum or a broken heart?
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
From what I hear, Scarecrow nearly turned the whole Ace Chem factory into a bomb. To be honest, I'm glad we're behind these barriers. It's open season out there.
Don't worry, all non-militia personnel have got their orders. Yeah, the ones we know about. There's psychos out there. I'll kill you! Come on! 50,000.
All around units, hold the checkpoint down. Fortify position. Batman is ready to fight. Agree. It's Batman. Man, look at all the construction work. No economic downturn here. Pretty ugly, though. They're building all that new stuff right on top of the old. I didn't know we had an architectural connoisseur on the squad. Hey, I know an ugly skyscraper when I see one. Besides, have you been down there? The underside? It's creepy. All those abandoned shops and empty alleys. Baffler? Twizzler? No, it's Riddler. I'm sure of it. That's what I'm telling you. There's lots of them. You ever heard of Cluemaster? You're kidding, right? That one leaves clues at the scene of the crime, not riddles. another gig that's sweeping for IEDs in Kurok, that's for sure.
What time are they getting here? I want to go on a bat hunt.
Not till morning, soldier.
Till then, we keep this tower locked down. So the knight spends months teaching us how to kill the bat, only to make us wait up here all night?
This is how you kill the bat, idiot. You control the sky, you control the roads, you control the rooftops. You make it so we can't move without getting shot at or worn down. Bat knows Gotham inside and out. It's a secret weapon.
Well, it's our weapon now. Nah, I'm not afraid of the bat. I've got a black belt in Krav Maga. Feel sorry for him, really.
The Batmobile can't auto-navigate to this area. I'm going after the militia positioned outside Port Adams. These towers are their eyes. I'll blind them.
I wish my old
Sergeant could see me now. I'd dishonorably discharge a whole damn clip in his face.
He's using some kind of
Drones engaged.
No more excuses. Learn how to win or leave.
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
Be advised, Alpha target to be brought in alive if possible. Yeah, right. If Scarecrow wants the bat in one piece, then he can cuff the bastard himself. The Cobras were supposed to crush him. Nearly crushed me back at base. Bat takes better. Knight wasn't prepared. Yeah, he thought it'd just be a souped-up sports car. Someone's intel is a little outdated. The hardest is when you go back. Everyone expects you to switch off, but you can't. I don't want to switch it on.
Stop, Batman's here!
No one knows where she is. The Knight's got her on the move, Get used to sharing these rooftops, Dark Knight. We're a permanent fixture. Me and Dad came to Gotham when I was like 15. I wanted to see Batman. Funny. I'm in!
The Batmobile can't auto-navigate to this area.
Surround him and attack!
I'm heading to Wayne Tower. If we can decrypt the Arkham Knight security protocols, we should be able to track his location.
If he thinks he can hide from you, sir, he's in for something of a surprise.
I gotta say, Bats, it is good to be back. Gotham just wasn't the same without me, was it? I mean, Scarecrow's the biggest bad guy in town. Not for long.
Tonight's the night we stick it to the bat. About time, if you ask me. I didn't think Scarecrow had what it takes to pull this off. He proved us all wrong. Sorry, man. I gotta link up with Harvey's crew. We got plans. That's one nasty-looking cloud hanging over Ace.
Nice of you to drop in, Mr. Wayne. I suppose you weren't really dressed for the front entrance.
Have you finished the decryption?
Fully decoded. I've downloaded all recent militia radio transmissions and their corresponding coordinates to your machine.
Thanks, Lucius. I can scan the network for the Arkham Knight's voice print and determine the location of his last broadcast.
Identity confirmed. Good evening, Mr. Wayne. Upload waveform for analysis.
Now I've waited long enough. Batman dies. Tonight.
Scanning communications for voice print match. Location verified.
Got it. The Knight's transmitting from the Miyagani tunnel network.
Glad to be of assistance, Mr. Wayne. While you're here, we've been working on some further upgrades for your car. Let me know where you'd like us to focus our efforts. Ah, you'll like this. Wrote it myself when I saw what you were up against this evening. The drone virus hijacks the militia tank's weapon systems and causes them to target their allies. An upgrade to your weapons generator will let you overcharge the Batmobile's secondary weapons. You'll be a force to be reckoned with. Excellent choice. I'll prepare it right away. Now, if there's anything else you need, I'll be here all night. It's not like I could leave this city even if I wanted to.
Bruce? It's Vicky. Are you there? I know you're listening to these messages. Look, if it's about that article, blame Ryder. I had nothing to do with it, I swear. Call me, okay? I miss you, Brucey.
Brucey?
Bruce, it's Cassie. You do remember me, right? Listen, I had, so much fun the other night. You were nothing like what I read in the papers. Anyway, call me when you get this. I got a couple of cute friends who are dying to meet you.
Mr. Wayne, Lex Luthor calling. Apologies for going via your direct line, but I grow tired of these games. LexCorp has made a very generous offer for Wayne Tech's Applied Sciences division, yet your persistent unavailability begins to look less like a busy schedule and more like deliberately antagonistic behavior. Come now, meet with me. I'm sure we can come to an agreement. A man of your refined taste doesn't need an Applied Sciences division after all. He needs another $1 billion.
Bruce, it's Kate. You're coming to Maggie and I's engagement thing next week, aren't you? No one's seen you in months, Bruce. And you taught me the importance of keeping up appearances.
You have 2 new messages. Bruce, this is your father calling. It's time we had a talk, son. You know, about the dressing up. Next new message. Bruce, this is your mother calling now. I just wanted to say... Oh, sorry. It's so funny, you know, because they're dead.
Bruce? It's Vicky. Are you there? I know you're listening to these messages. Look, if it's about that article, blame Ryder.
You know, if I'd ever been curious about your identity, I would have torn off that mask years ago. I always figured the truth would be a letdown. But I have to admit, masquerading as Gotham's least interesting socialite is one hell of a cover story. The dead parents are just icing on the cake.
Take care, Mr. Wayne. You know where to find me.
Alfred, I've traced the Arkham Knight to the Miyagani tunnel system.
Excellent news, sir. But I'm detecting a significant drone presence in the area. It would be folly to engage them without the Batmobile.
Noted.
Shall I open the south entrance?
Hold off until I get there, Alfred. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Alfred, I'm at the tunnel entrance. Open the doors.
Just a moment, sir. I'm accessing the building's security mainframe.
Alfred, there's another blast door. I need you to open it.
Oh dear. It seems they've locked me out of the system. They must know you're here.
Don't worry, Alfred. I'll find another way in. To find a way to get that tunnel entrance open.
Have you made any progress on the cure?
Getting there. Hey, I haven't heard from Barbara for a while. Is she okay?
She's fine. She's working on something for me. It's important.
But she's safe, right?
Don't worry, Tim. Just keep working on that cure.
Oh, that's... How very me of you! Though I can see why you didn't tell him after old Jimbo's hysterical overreaction. Still, if you cared about Barbara the way that little sidekick of yours does, maybe she wouldn't have got kidnapped in the first place. They're star-crossed, Patsy. Like me and you. Shame they're being torn apart thanks to your crusade. So let's recap. Barbara's kidnapped, and let's face it, probably dead. You're lying to Loverboy Wonder about it, and dear old Jim's marched off on his lonesome to save the day. Not your best day at the office, Bats. Something on your mind? Come on! Let Robin out of his cage. You can't force him to slave over your cure. Plus, if he gets himself killed out there, you won't have to tell him about Barbara. It's win-win! You think he's really gonna fix your nasty case of jokeritis? Not a chance. I'm chronic, Brucey. I'm lingering. We both know there's no cure for me. Can you remember when it was simple? Back in the old days when it was just you, me, a regular war against crime? Well, take a look, Bats. Things change. Now it's just war, with you standing right bang in the center. Of course, like with any war, there are casualties. It's inevitable, unavoidable. Like death. Well, maybe not death. I seem to have sidestepped that one. Still, not all of us are so lucky. You put her in my crosshairs, Bats. Sure, she didn't do herself any favors, but it was you.
No. You're not going anywhere, old man. Tri-weave titanium-coated armor plating. Nice. Unless you know exactly where to shoot. You're good, Dark Knight. Even better than I remember. It's gonna make it even more satisfying when I kill you. Oh, and don't worry about Barbara. I'll take better care of her than you ever did. Batman's in the control room. Show him what happens when he messes with my city.
You're not getting
That guy doesn't know you very well now, does he? I think you're trapped down here. What kind of suit? I don't think a bullet to the stomach and a handful of tanks will stop the Batman.
Batman just took out a Diamondback.
Time to rescue Oracle and make the Arkham Knight pay.
I see you're back in the car, Master Bruce.
I'm going after the Knight. He's here in the tunnel.
Then let us hope he has Miss Gordon with him.
Damn it, he's here! Open the door! Open the door!
So the Batmobile's thermal scanner is only picking up one body. It's the driver. No sign of Miss Gordon.
He knows where she is, Alfred. He's not getting away.
Opening fire! He's getting close! Let him off the road! Fucking firing! Shoot him! Under heavy fire! I'm taking enemy fires! I'm getting hit! This wasn't the damn plan! The NPC won't take another strike! I'm not gonna lose him! I'm taking enemy fire!
APC is down. I say again, the APC is down. All support units to fall back immediately.
The driver isn't the Arkham Knight, but he'll know where I can find him.
How does it feel to be chasing the wrong man?
Where is the Arkham Knight?
You won't find him!
You think I didn't know you were tracking my broadcast location? Here's a lesson, Batman. I know how you think, which means I know how to beat you.
Where is he?
With Barbara Gordon. She's ours now. Can you imagine what the Knight's going to do to her? What are you doing? No! You can't do this!
Where is he?
He's gone to see the little man, the Penguin. He supplied the safe houses for the attack. The Knight's gone to pay him for his services. That's it. That's all I know. No more.
Remember something else?
He uses a refrigeration company as a front. The trucks distribute weapons throughout the city.
What's it called?
North Refrigeration.
Thank you.
Alfred, I need you to find out everything you can about North Refrigeration.
Of course. May I inquire why?
Penguin's supplying arms to the Arkham Knight, and right now, he's the best lead we have to finding Barbara.
I'll look into it right away, sir. I can see Mr. Fox is trying to contact you.
Lucius.
Mr. Wayne, your new Batmobile upgrade is ready to deploy. The Batwing is en route to Grand Avenue.
Sir, I've discovered an exploit the Arkham Knight was using to broadcast via your gauntlet. Rest assured that all of our communications are securely encrypted. Should I lock him out to prevent further disruptions?
Keep the channel open, Alfred. The more he talks, the more I know about him.
Very well, sir.